indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Frank. You're welcome. All right, we'll call the meeting to order. 7:04. Everything happening here is being recorded. Roll call.
Ed,
Yep.
Tom,
Yep.
Tammy. Yes. Kathy,
Yep.
Doug.
Yes.
Public participation on agenda items. Oh my, got hands all over the place. Ms. Prescott.
A couple questions. I'm looking at the finance report. One, what do we pay Placerville Borough $3,490?
Which you're on this month's? Because we got
I know.
two, we tabled the one last
That
time.
is for Placerville Fire Department, it's for the fire department workers' comp.
But there?
Placerville pays the whole thing for all the fire departments and we reimburse them.
Okay. Okay. And then what was Dalton's service? that we
Sewage
paid?
pumping.
Huh?
They pump sewage out of the, or down to the sewage plant.
Okay. Donegal Township,
It's
$4,199.
reimbursement for wages, cell phone, and that's it.
Okay, that we pay
Second quarter.
to the water and
We
sewer?
take it out of the water and reimburse the general.
Okay, all right. Greer Industrial, $4,010.81.
What is it?
Greer.
That's Jones.
Fine, yeah, Stone for the tar and shipping.
Okay. Bearcom.
That is for all the extra stuff for the police truck,
CJ.
all the
I
extra
didn't know the
equipment
name.
on there.
Okay.
The name like, I guess I know my CJ.
Pam.
Yeah, on here you have, you're gonna culverts of Clovis Road, but I wanna make a positive. The guys ditched out Clovis Road, great. They really worked at it, it's been needed for 20 years. It ain't been done, I think I talked to Rick Fiddler, it ain't been done since he was there, and I tell you what, I'm happy to see things like that happening. That's what the township needs. Clean it up. The ditching was good.
We're gonna try with that grader, we got the grader running now, and Steve is on track to, try to get these roads done up so that the water's not running down the middle of the roads.
Right.
And get the gravel out of the ditches.
But they not only graded it out, the culvert pipes, they opened them up, dug them out,
Well,
you know,
that's,
you need to get out and look at
But
that.
you-
They did a good job.
well,
Needed it 20 years. Every other year or so that needs done.
I know, but we got the grader running now, and as far as I know, you guys know anything, is it okay?
Maybe try.
Huh?
You'll know when we take it out.
Well, I'm just saying, they're
Yeah, it
using
looks
it.
good, yeah, as far as I know,
Okay.
it's okay, we'll find out when we take it out.
Good, good, so, and that's one thing that, and Steve is really on board with that there, Steve.
I don't know about Steve, but these guys did a wonderful job.
Well, I know, and that's what I want them, to be able to tell them guys and, that walk up to them instead of saying, hey, my road's a damn mess and this and that. Well, I'm telling you now, that's what you get all the time. I've had people call me up, I said, you can't, they gotta do one at a time. And whatever's the worst, that's what he's gonna work on till it takes 20 years to get it that way. How long do you think it's gonna take to get all of them back to shape again? But I'm glad you're satisfied.
Is this on, is that,
And I'm glad these guys are
Agenda
on board
winter maintenance
to do a
for
good
Lake
job
Road.
with it.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Good, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Agenda items. Well, that was painless. I'm not used to that.
Can we move the easel off of the flag?
Say it
I'm just
again?
seeing that, I'm gonna move it.
The easel leaning against the American flag?
Oh, yeah,
I just noticed.
okay.
Something needs done with the flag over the Jim Reed winning gym too, 'cause there's not much holding it up there.
In the gym.
outside where you go,
Oh, sticking above the door there.
there's not much holding it up, holding it on there.
Oh, okay. All right, anybody else? You had to ruin the mood, didn't you?
Yeah,
All right. Approve the minutes from the monthly meeting, June 17th, 2019.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
I have an amendment.
Got a motion and a second. Okay, Doug, what's your amendment?
It would be, I guess, page 2, the bottom, 9, letter E. It says that I would like to go on record and do it, that he's against the Facebook page that's on the internet. And additionally, I wanted to note it was for the legal advice given to the township. That wasn't something I came up with.
What do you want it to say?
For the legal advice supplied to the township.
Regarding
Okay. It was supplied by who?
Cheryl Brown, if you read her letter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was specifically related to the lawsuit.
No, I don't think it was. I mean, it specifically, but not, in general, it was related to the general topic.
Okay. Anybody got any objections to adding that?
I didn't hear what happened.
Okay, the minutes say Mr. Teagarden would like to go on record that he is against the Facebook page that is on the internet. And he wants it to read that plus per legal advice
Supplied to the township.
provided to the township.
Is that something that can be commented on, though you've come out of the comments on the agenda part?
Anybody
Yes, I think it would be, because it would be new.
Yeah.
So, could I make a
Who's
comment or
Cheryl
not?
Brown? Who's Cheryl Brown? I'm sorry, I just don't know who that is. Who is that?
She's an attorney for the insurance company.
Essentially, I would just like to, why, what's the reasoning behind taking or removing a Facebook page?
I want the solicitors to reply to that.
I'm sorry? No, you're the one that requested it. What do you-
I'm gonna ask the solicitor to reply to that.
you don't.
What's the question?
It's his statement. He said he wanted to, yes, if I heard correctly, that he would like to go on record that he is against the Facebook page that is on the internet. My question is, why? And he said, you have to answer that.
There's a risk anytime anything gets posted by members of the board that may not be representing the entire opinion of the board. So there is a separate legal counsel from our insurance carrier that is representing us in certain litigation, and the question was posed to her about Facebook posts. Her response was, it's better if we just don't post things on Facebook. That's kind of to boil it down. And so that's the basis, I presume, from Mr. Teagarden's position.
How about rather than lose the Facebook page altogether, just forbid board from being commenters?
Well, the board forbids commenters from commenting on that, which that is also a violation.
I'm sorry, you mean if we commented to each other, that would be a violation?
If
Okay.
you make a comment on there,
All right,
and somebody
wait.
doesn't like it, it's removed.
We're not rehashing it. Does anybody object to adding the language he wants into the minutes? I kind of object. You said, it says you want to go on record, you're on record.
Okay, you don't want the rest of it there, is that what you're saying?
Okay. So we're moving on then?
As far as I
Okay.
think, maybe I'm fine with it.
All right, so we got a motion and a second. How do you vote?
Tom,
Yes.
Tammy,
No.
huh?
No.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed.
Yep. Okay. Approve the treasurer's report dated May 21 through June 17, and June 18 through July 15. If you remember, there was a slight snafu with the last one, so.
Can I ask what that account says? It just says state SHA. Do you know what the rest of it is?
What
It- It says state SHA, that 355 account. I just don't know what it says. That's all.
No, that's, it's state revenue, liquid shares. It's LSA, it's the local share account, I think it's what they called it on there, but it has LSA behind it.
All right. Anybody, any other questions? We're approving both last month's and this month's. Need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion,
I'll second.
got a second. Any other questions? How do you vote?
Tammy,
No.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Tom,
Yep.
Ed,
Yep.
4 yes, 1 no, motion carried.
All right, motion to pay the bills.
I move that we pay the bills.
Got a motion,
I'll second it.
got a second. Questions? How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
No.
Tom,
Yep.
Tammy,
No.
Ed,
Yep.
3 yes, 2 no, motion carried.
Department reports, code enforcement.
Yeah, nothing much for the month of June. The only thing that was really documented was, we had a burning ordinance, we had somebody soliciting without a permit, and the property complaint that Mr. Teagarden brought up at the last meeting, those were all addressed last month. That's it for code enforcement.
Thank you. Engineer. Nobody here. Fire department.
Yeah, in June, we had 36 calls for service. We gave mutual aid 9 times, received it twice. We had 10 overlapping calls that month. Our average response time dispatch to arrival was 7 minutes and 4 seconds. Those 36 incidents, we had 1 passenger vehicle fire, 1 road freight fire, or I'm sorry, 2 road freight vehicle fires, 1 outside rubbish fire, 7 EMS calls, 1 crash with injuries, 2 crashes with no injuries, 7 hazardous conditions, 5 power lines down, 1 building or structure weakened or collapsed, 7 dispatch and canceling or out, and 2 smoke detector activations due to malfunctions. We utilized 349 hours, man hours during June. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Nothing for the.
Got anything for tomorrow? No, okay.
And back on the engineer, didn't we have an email from the engineer regarding electrical service to the New Township garage?
Yeah, he's still working on it.
Oh, okay.
Me and Tom met with him.
Yeah, and I met with him, they're, where to put the transformer and that there, but he's getting it all lined up, yeah.
Okay.
Older transformer, did he ask which way you wanted to do it?
Well,
It's all- I think-
he said that
I
it's,
think all the options are a pad.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of where it's coming from, which pole it's on.
yeah,
Okay, I didn't understand. 'cause
Yeah, and then
when I read it,
where
I
he's
thought
gonna
it
put
was
the
option one or
transformer.
option two.
he wanted to put it so that, put it on concrete up out of the road and everything, but it's gonna be in back of the building there where it's not gonna be in the road anyway. Yeah, but he was there and looked at everything, and I was there with him.
Water and sewer.
Forrest is finishing up the rake. I had a report over the weekend of a possible water leak. He went and investigated, he didn't see anything, of course, we had a lot of rain, but he's keeping an eye on that too.
What about the catwalk thing? Did we ever,
They just reopened, it's at Peters Ryan, and they just reopened the road, so there was no way really to get there and look at everything, so that's still on hold.
okay, just curious. There,
I just had a question. Kathy, you're in charge of the water and sewage now. As I have some rental houses, and because of the previous board, they made a rule where it has to stay, the water bill has to stay in the landlord's name. And with that, I don't know who to talk to about shutting somebody's water off after they haven't paid for 3 months. And that's really the township. I can't just go shut their water off. So how do I get the township to go out? Do I have to come down to the township to get them to do a letter to the customer? How does that work?
You would be the customer.
But,
You
so,
want their
so how do I
service
shut their water off
You can
legally?
come in here and you can call me, give me the address,
Okay, and
send
then,
somebody out.
then Mrs. Leach just has to make a letter, put on their door, and how long is that letter for?
It'll just be a termination letter. Either you pay
Okay.
it or,
I wasn't sure.
do they know how much you owe?
They haven't paid for 3 months, but since I pay their water bill, they really can't do it, and I was asking Tammy about it, and she's like, we need to talk, that's not my department,
They
so.
haven't paid.
So I can prove that, I can show
Okay.
the bills, so, okay. Thank you.
While we're on water and sewer, what's the update on 23
They
DeGarmo
should take it out of
Lane?
their name, but, actually.
say again,
23 DeGarmo Lane, what's the
Oh, yeah.
update on that?
what update do you want?
I pay the bill, and then they
Anything
have to
would
pay
be more
me.
than I have.
What's the
So
concern?
What do you have?
They installed a valve. They
You know what I'm
shut,
saying?
they shut them off. There's no disconnection in the line.
Yeah, but I
There's no
can't.
interruption in the line.
They put a
They
valve-
know.
They put a valve in,
It's confusing.
they shut it off.
Right.
So until there's evidence that somebody's done something outside of the scope that
Yeah,
we
we can't do
have.
I'm not the
anything.
water company. Me as a landlord.
So that, and that's,
Shut the water off, or tell them to
the
shut it off.
sanitation council.
I checked it.
I thought the sanitation council is aware of it. If the people cut the line or disconnect themselves from the service at all, I spoke to them, they said they do have oversight on that.
Okay.
And all we have to do is let them know that
Thank you.
Because they won't let me put it in the people's name.
Okay,
But if I don't,
Parks and Rec,
then I'm in collections. They did that
what do
all
you
wrong.
hear? Does that board need more people?
I haven't said anything about it.
I'm looking at, I have a letter here while we're on this.
She had a letter of interest, yes,
Yeah.
I see.
but I can check and see.
Okay.
I gotta find it.
Towards the end of
I think it's the next to last page.
I got no irrigation.
It's mine.
Kathleen S. Miller. Would probably be upset if I didn't let everybody know she's a doctor. Has expressed interest in volunteering for the Parks and Rec.
I move we appoint her.
That's in your business, you don't make no
Say it again.
That's in your new business. You don't-
Oh, is it on there under new business? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing for Parks and Rec. Police Department.
Yes, sir, for the month of June. 123 calls for service, 241 events. Actions initiated included a criminal mischief for $1,000, 1 death investigation, 3 thefts, 4 domestic disputes, 1 drug possession, 1 counterfeiting, 2 harassments, 3 mental healths, a noise complaint, and trespassing. In June, officers conducted approximately 30 traffic stops, investigated 9 traffic accidents, to include 5 reportable and 4 non-reportable accidents. They issued about 25 traffic citations. They issued 9 non-traffic citations. They filed 2 criminal complaints. Stolen property for the month was about $1,671. Stolen property recovered for the month of June was $32. And total property loss was approximately $1,771.
Bit local.
Officers traveled approximately 3,708 miles. We used about 237 gallons of gas. We did code enforcement. The fines collected by the magistrate are on the report. I've attached a copy of the Claysville Buffalo Township reports to the township report. Officer Camerson begins the weights and measure training tomorrow. He'll complete that training this week. As you are aware, the portable scales have been shipped to Intercom for repair, and we're expecting them to be completed sometime this week. Conversation with PennDOT, this isn't for June, but this is relevant. They've advised that they're attempting to make the signs on 40 permanent. I guess they want to go back and check property lines and that sort of thing to make sure they're not infringing on anybody's property or anything. They are going to put permanent signs on the interstate though, advising no truck traffic through West Alexander. They're aware that the mine project is continuing, and they're partnered with WVDOT, and they'll try to help us however they can when traffic starts getting rerouted again, when the mine moves under again. The only other thing I want to bring up is that, as we discussed in the last meeting, we're down 1 officer. It's going to be difficult to fill our shift for next month if we don't hire. I have 2 eligible candidates that I'm wanting to discuss with whoever in the board when you guys see fit or however you want to handle it. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I have a question, John.
Yes.
I asked you a couple months ago about reports and investigation. How long does it take to do an investigation?
Ma'am, that depends on the investigation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the report is going to be released anyway. It's going to be specific to what you're requesting.
Okay. When your department does an investigation, are they not to talk to everybody that was involved?
If you're talking about something specific, ma'am, the only thing that I can think of, and I'm not saying that's what you're talking about, but it would be inappropriate to discuss it here. So if you could be more specific, I'd be more than willing to try to answer your question.
The incident in the office where I was present, there was supposed to be an investigation. I've never been talked to, my daughter's never been talked to. We were unlawfully detained in the office by a board supervisor. You guys haven't done a thorough investigation if you're not going to talk to all people.
Anything else, ma'am?
No, John.
Okay. Now, seriously, it is inappropriate to discuss this right now. It's inappropriate for me. I, on a personal level, believe it's inappropriate for you. This is not the right place, this is not the right time to discuss this.
And why is that?
Because it's an open
Okay.
investigation that
Okay.
involves yes, sir. I'm sorry.
It's an ongoing investigation, we can't comment. All right,
Right.
enough. Road department.
Okay, we got, the grader going, and the bill on it was $850. And, I don't know, did they get the drive shaft in the bush hog? Both of them installed? Okay, that there, we got, and what we did on that, it was gonna cost like $2,300 for to rebuild them old ones. Brand new ones, clutch packs and everything. We got them for $1,638. So, they had a rainy day, and he said on a rainy day he would have them installed. So we have that back, and you already heard what the grader's done for us. on the road, so, we're on track to help them out.
Thank you, Lord, for wisdom.
All right. Solicitor, anything?
I think under new business, I have the Western Power and the Verizon. I also need to bring to your attention that I was appointed for a short term, that I think it's on. So nothing else from the state.
Thank you. All right, old business. Table West Penn Power LED lighting agreement. This one's here. Say it again?
The long papers,
Yeah.
it's on there, I highlighted it.
Okay, so we're looking at 227.11 savings.
And I put the total of the bill on top. The average, it's like $450.
Is
Okay.
that a month? $450 a month? Wow.
So we'll cut it in half, basically.
That is now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we don't pay for any of the, when they change them out, correct? Is that what he said?
I don't know that yet.
Okay.
He said he won't know that until they actually get into billing us.
Yeah, remember when he made his presentation, it was something,
Right,
if
that's
ours
what I
were
was-
newer or older or something,
Right.
yeah.
I just didn't know how much it was, I didn't know if they had my name.
He's gonna let us know
Okay.
once we get everything sent in.
Well, I make a motion to at least get on the list. Yeah, let's get it off, motion to get the LED street light thing off the table.
Yeah, to take it off the
Yeah.
table. Just second to take it off the table.
Got a motion and a second to get it off the table, how do you vote?
Doug,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep. Okay,
5 yes, no no's, motion carried.
no no's.
No no's.
All right, I'll make a motion to, apply for, get on the list, whatever you wanna call it, for switching over to the LED streetlights.
I'll second the motion.
Got a motion and a second. Anybody got any comments, questions? We have to pay for it to execute it somehow, or you just gotta call them?
There's a paper we signed, and I'll send it to them. I think it's one in that folder.
Okay.
I have a little sticky thing on it.
All right. How do you vote?
Tom,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep.
5 yes, motion carried.
Use of the security systems for cameras at the garage. That's on the that's a tabled item. Stay on the table.
Well, we're talking about use, because last meeting, we approved having them do some work for us. I didn't see any bill.
He called me last week or this week, and something burned up in the machine. And he has to wait for the part to come in before he can finish.
So he did start it then?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay, we're down to 3, right? Verizon Road occupancy permit given to Mr. Hall.
Pass out, updated version, it really had only minor modifications relative to referencing the attorney to call and the exhibits that are attached. Otherwise, I spoke to a Ms. Meeks,
Take it off the table.
who informed me that it was paid for and needed action from this end. So that's what I got.
Okay. All right, motion to get the Verizon Road occupancy permit off the table.
So moved.
Got a Motion is second, how do you vote?
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Tom,
Yep.
Ed,
Yep.
5 yes, motion carried.
Okay, it's now here. Good. Everything's, looks good?
Yes. I mean, she informed me, I presume she was correct, that she paid for this.
I do have the check yet, I haven't
Okay.
cashed it, but I do have it.
And so she's asking that we approve this, and so it's in front of the board.
Is this this is for a specific place, right? Or,
Yes, easement at,
Grimes Road.
it's attached at A. There's a drawing. Somebody made this drawing, which is attached. Do you have one attached or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last page.
okay. Oh, it's fiber optic. Is it above ground?
I believe this is underground.
It says, it has pole there, I was just,
Well, it comes from the pole.
Well,
It's
yeah.
looking at it. I believe it comes down to the pole.
Dotted line.
what do you wanna do?
May I, if I may?
Yeah.
The only thing that I would recommend that may be in there is that you guys put some sort of oversight on where they put it, how deep they bury it. I mean, when these guys clean ditches, they just lay these things in the ditches. And they ripped out, I don't know how many, I forget how many you told me they've done up on that road just with the phone cable line. So if you're gonna enter into an agreement with them, then I think we would have a responsibility to tell them where and how we want it in. Yeah, just a thought.
Yeah.
Well, I know that has been a problem in the past. Is there anything in here that allows for that? Easement right away, township grants supervising. Agents, right to enter